Today's UYAS is going to be on evaluating expressions. This is something we've done a lot before, but still seems to be causing us some trouble, so we decided we're going to have a UYAS on this topic. So in this example, we want to evaluate the expression 2x minus 3y, and we're telling you that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to negative 1. So all we do is we plug in a 2 every place we see an x, plug in a negative 1 every place we see a y. And you'll notice that in class and throughout these videos, anytime I evaluate an expression, I put the value of the variable in parentheses. This helps me keep track, particularly with negatives, as in the case of this negative 1, that I've got multiplication happening here rather than subtraction. So I go through and I apply my order of operations. I say 2 times 2 is 4, and negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3, so I get 4 plus 3 equals 7, and there we go. So that first example was fairly straightforward. We didn't need to worry too much about order of operations. Here we're going to evaluate a slightly more complicated expression, and we'll do this evaluation when x is equal to, let's say, negative 3. And we remember our order of operations given to us by PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So our first step always is to go ahead and plug in that x value. So we get 3 times negative 3 squared minus 4 times negative 3 plus 1 over 2 times negative 3. Now one thing to remember when we talk about parentheses, a fraction bar like this acts like parentheses, so we need to completely evaluate our numerator and denominator before we complete this division indicated by the fraction bar. So we'll do each of those separately. We start with our exponents in our numerator. And so negative 3 squared is 9, so we get 3 times 9 minus 4 times negative 3 plus 1 over 2 times negative 3. And now we can do our multiplication. We get 27 plus 12 plus 1 over negative 6. Now I can do my addition in my numerator there, and I get, let's see, that's 3940 over negative 6, and all that remains is to do the division indicated by the fraction bar, which in this case will merely mean I'm reducing my fraction to negative 20 thirds. So we've got one more example here. This example includes something that gives people trouble in particular, which is this negative x cubed here. What this means is we're going to cube the number x and then multiply by negative 1. Let's see how that works out when we substitute in our values for our variables. So we have negative times negative 2 cubed plus 3 times 5 minus 2 times negative 1. Now, dealing with my exponents first, I'm going to cube negative 2. Negative 2 cubed gives me negative 8, so I'm going to have negative 8 plus 3 times 5 minus 2 times negative 1. Now I can do my multiplication. Negative 8 is positive 8 plus 15 plus 2 is going to give me 25. And finally, we should make sure we go through an example where we got to deal with some fractions. So let's have x here equal to negative 1/3. And we'll plug in and evaluate. So we'll have 2 times negative 1/3 cubed minus 4 times negative 1/3 plus 7. Alright, so exponents first. Negative 1 cubed is going to give us negative 1/27 minus 4 times negative 1/3 plus 7. And we can multiply. So we get negative 2/27 plus 4/3 plus 7. Now this becomes a little bit problematic. We need our common denominator. That common denominator is going to be 27, so I'll multiply here by 9 over 9. And I'll get negative 2/27 plus 36/27. Then I'll need to multiply here by 27 over 27. So that's going to finally be plus something over 27. 7 times 27 is 140, that's going to be 189/27. And adding all this together, I will get, looks like 223/27. And I think we'll leave it there for today. Make sure you do the practice and check your answers.